Thanks for coming out tonight, guys. Today's kind of a big day for me. Today's actually my 1-year anniversary of Old Chicago having my application on file, so thank you very much for coming out helping me celebrate. Silly. I've been in a relationship recently with a lady, and it's been going pretty good. It's been making me feel a lot of weird emotions, though. The only thing I can compare it to is like the final scene of Field of Dreams, and it's very appropriate because much like having a game of catch with your dead father, this probably isn't going to last forever either, I don't think. And since it's a brand new relationship, we text each other all the time. And like if there's a Guinness World Record for amount of smiley faces sent to one person, I probably have that record right now. And whenever she sends me something that makes me happy, I'll text the word yay back to her for whatever reason. I don't know why I do that. I never say yay in real life, but text it probably at least 5 times a day, and that's something no grown man should ever text. Should never text the word yay. And we were texting a few weeks ago, and I guess she thought she was bothering me because I get this text message from her that says, all right, I'll stop bothering you, just go back to doing whatever you were doing. And the text message I meant to send back to her was, you could never bother me. But I guess my phone knows how screwed up I am in the head, and it auto-corrected the word bother to mother. So the text message read, you could never mother me. And before I caught my little mistake, I sent the text message. And I was looking at my phone right after I did it. I was like, oh shit. Should probably send her another text message and let her know what I actually meant. Then I looked at it a little bit longer. I was like, you know what? That's actually pretty accurate, man. I mean, the sooner she knows that, the better. Really, it's like, never gonna replace her, Sarah. Just not gonna happen. This thing's been moving kind of fast, though, because she recently just bought me a toothbrush to keep at her place. And I was telling one of my buddies about this. I'm like, dude, I don't know. She bought me a toothbrush to keep at her place. I think things might be moving a little quick. And he's like, well, yeah, dude, that's a pretty big step. I'm like, dude, it's a giant step. You have no idea. I don't even have a toothbrush in my place. Seriously. It's been probably 4 or 5 months since I brushed my teeth. My dental hygiene is pretty awful. Thank you, sir. So like Chris said, my name's Brad, but oftentimes when I introduce myself to people, they think that I'm saying my name's Brett. And I don't know if it's because I'm really nice or I'm just super lazy. I won't correct someone when they do that. I'm just like, yeah, if you want that to be my name, that's fine. Whatever works for you. And I actually ended up working out in my favor a few weeks ago. I went to this bagel shop with one of my friends, and I was at the counter. I was giving the guy my order. I was like, yeah, I want a bagel, I want a cup of coffee. The guy's writing my order down. And he looks at me halfway through and goes, well, who is this for? I'm like, it's for Brad. And he goes, Brett? And I'm like, sure, dude, if that works for you. And he's writing Brett down on this piece of paper, and he spells it B-R-E-T, and I go, come on, dude, there's 2 T's in Brett. And the guy looks at me and goes, you know what, my name's Brett, and I only spell it with 1 T. I'm like, you know what, in my entire life, I don't think I've ever met a Brett that only spells it with 1 T. And he's like, yeah, I know it's a little weird, but it's a good name, though, right? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's the best name. And the entire time I'm doing this, my friend's just looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing, Brett? It's not your name, you fucking moron. And I paid for my food, I got my receipt back, I noticed the guy didn't charge me for the cup of coffee. Figured I should be nice and let him know. I was like, hey dude, you didn't charge me for the coffee. And he's like, yeah, you know, for a fellow Brett, you know, get a free cup of coffee. I was like, wow, being Brett is fucking awesome, everybody. Brad is constantly getting put in the friend zone, constantly getting parking tickets, throwing up in his sleep when he's had too much to drink. Brett gets free cups of coffee. I bet Brett doesn't even have to pay extra for guacamole, everybody. That's how awesome that name is. There's a restaurant out there, I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. It's called the Golden Corral. Everybody, great place. And a few months ago I saw this commercial for a new product that they're advertising there. They're calling it their Chocolate Wonderfall. It's basically just this massive chocolate fountain. And it's a buffet-style restaurant, so I'm sure they just ripped out the salad bar at Golden Corral to make room for this thing. It's like, yeah, we don't need anything healthy in the Golden Corral. And like ever since I've seen this commercial, I just like imagine some morbidly obese guy at a Golden Corral in the Midwest somewhere. It's like sitting in one of those little motorized scooters. And he's got a chicken leg. He's got a chicken leg in one hand. He just drives up to this Chocolate Wonderful and dips the chicken leg right in that thing. Takes a bite out of the chicken leg, does a little 360 in his rascal scooter because the guy's a show-off. He gets the other end of that chicken leg right in there. And then I saw another commercial for this place, and you know what they put? I think I said joke, it's fine. You know what else they just put in the Golden Corral? They just put in a cotton candy machine, everybody. So, I have a chocolate fountain, cotton candy machine. So like they're the only restaurant where their 5-year plan is to just eventually become a state fair. I guess like that's it's like that's all they want out of their business. Like, you know, we'll start with a chocolate fountain, we'll phase in the cotton candy machine, you know, a few years from now we'll apply to get a rodeo license, we'll put a guy that guesses people's weight by the Sunday station, we'll have bumper cars by where the guy cuts the prime rib. It's gonna be a great thing. And they have a new slogan to go along with all this great new stuff. It's Golden Corral, help yourself to happiness. It's a huge relief, isn't it? I've been in search of happiness pretty much my entire life. Turns out it's just hanging out at the Golden Corral. Yeah, it's the only place you go to be happy. I guess their slogan, it might as well just be Golden Corral, your feelings can be edible. Or Golden Corral because killing yourself is just too easy. Well, I'll do one more thing together here. You guys have been a good crowd. I'm kind of a chubby fella, I'm a little bit overweight. And I think the worst part about being an overweight male is I have man boobs, having tits. And you guys have all seen man boobs. I don't think anyone truly understands just kind of how fucked up they are to have them, because I have a lot of good qualities. Like I have beautiful eyes and a great smile, but I've eaten myself into being a transgendered person, so those first two things, they really don't go too far. And I mean, like, I got these when I was 13, so like the same time a girl starts to develop, I started to develop, and like society doesn't care about that for men. Like, there's no Judy Blume books for us. Like, there's no Dear God, It's Me, Bitch Tits. That book doesn't exist. And like, if you're an overweight woman, I understand that's tough, and I sympathize with you, but at least when you're an overweight female, you don't grow a body part that's supposed to be on the opposite sex. So I think in order for it to be like fair, like the heavier that women get, they should grow, I don't know, maybe like balls out of fat right here. And then they'd constantly be forced to have to wear pants with like vertical stripes on it to try to make it look smaller. And like all their skinny, attractive friends would walk by and they'd go and like try to flip it, because that's how I spent middle school. You guys have been a great crowd. Enjoy the rest of your show. I've been Brad Galli. Thank you.
Brad Galli, everybody, huh? Boy.